Exotic game and exotic exists from around the entire world. Today I had the privilege of being Moshe Grunfeld. Moshe, how you doing?
Better than expected.
Okay, so please share with us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, that's a lot to share. Um, I mainly do photography. I'm a photographer at events, weddings, bar mitzvahs, and everything in between. Um, you know me through the movies. I produce movies and brought further ones to Desperate Measures and Too Desperate. And I do a lot of stuff. I'm involved in a lot of things. I do theatrical makeup. I have a company named Poonam Kadushas, which is yeah, do all the big shows.
That's really
Uh,
cool.
yeah, that's a lot of fun.
Awesome. Okay, so what was your life like when you were younger? Because all the talents you have now, I wouldn't expect from you. Want to share with us a little bit about how your life like was when you were younger?
When I was younger, I didn't do anything. I was the youngest. I'm the youngest in the family. Um, I don't remember being majorly creative. Um, I didn't do. I was mainly more like from the like the quieter kids. I didn't do much. Didn't want to be involved in anything. I ran away from like anything. I didn't want to be. I never wanted to be in the spotlight really.
Right.
Um, then things changed later on.
Right.
Once I changed yeshivas mainly, that's when everything changed. I guess the environment that I was in wasn't a positive one. So that I grew up, I was in one yeshiva from nursery till yeshiva. So the second grade of yeshiva, I just took myself out of the yeshiva, which is a long story, but I'm not going to share it over here. Um, but basically, I decided for myself that situation is just not, this place is not healthy for me.
Right.
And I didn't ask much from a lot of people. I just called the Rosh Hashiva and I just told them, this is my situation and I try to get out of this place. But,
Right.
let me go into yeshiva, went back and forth a little, and then I went into that yeshiva.
Right. Were you ever around people that have your talents now? Like, were you surrounded by people that have the talent that you have now, basically?
Say it one more time.
Okay. Were you around people that have the talent that you have now? Like when you were younger, there was no one around that had the same talent that you have now? Meaning doing
Oh,
makeup, you know? No?
no, no, not at all. Not makeup, not photography.
Wow. Okay, so can you lead us through the story how you became the extremely talented makeup artist, and then most probably your other talents as well, meaning photographing, videographing, um, videoing Baruch's videos, etc.
So let's go one by one. Makeup started in camp. I was a counselor, and the makeup artist for the major play didn't show up. We got traffic or something. I'm not even sure what. And I just jumped in. I started just playing around, and it worked out. I guess like so. For the first timer, it was pretty good. So then they made another show and another show. So they said, okay, no, just do it this time. Just do it another time. Just do it another time. And then another camp. Actually, the first head counselor to ever hire me was Shlomi Steinmetz. He's
Mm-hmm.
the director and backstage director from the Infinite Plays. So he was the head counselor in Close America Camp. And he called me, Moshe, I saw you did makeup. Come over to my play and do makeup over there. So I was like, okay. So I did some makeup over there. And then another camp called me, another camp, and that's how it evolved. But when I took it really to the next level, so to speak, was when once I got hired for the professional plays, in the intern plays, was by intern was the first time I was officially hired as a single. So like as my company to do the makeup, that's when I actually went to school. So that's when I really kind of mastered it and took the whole makeup line in the Irish world. I just tried to up it.
So you never knew you had that talent until you tried making
I
concoctions
never
in someone's face.
even know that existed.
Right.
Had no idea that I always watched the plays, but I never thought for a second that, oh, 1 second, there's actually somebody that is behind the scenes doing makeup. It wasn't really a thing. I think um I think I believe that I one of the things that I accomplished, so to speak, is to bring the makeup to an understanding level to regular kids and people watching behind the scenes. I kind of like show them that you know what it's done. It's a thing that there's somebody doing this. It's not just nobody shows up on stage with a weird
Right.
looking beard and that's it. That's
Yeah.
something tricks on it. So yeah.
Wow. How did Bar Farlowitz find you? It's a weird question, nothing related, but how did he find you?
So how he found me is not as weird as how I found him. So he um he wanted to do the Skull of a Genius, and the Skull of a Genius is a whole different era,
Yeah.
and for that you need a lot of different ideas in order to make it something. Um, it's you can't relate to it unless you can't. It's not like it's the 80s, 70s, and okay, whatever. It's you know how the people look like, and it's
Right.
a whole different era, and you have to be very creative. You have to really go in there and make it interesting. So he decided that he wants me on board to take the whole movie to a level that he couldn't do by himself, I guess. So he shows up to my house one random day, knocks on the door, and I open the door and there's like, Shalom Aleichem. I'm like, hi. My name
It's
is
a
Baruch
Barkley.
Per- My name is Baruch Perlowitz, and I want to talk to you. First, give me a hug. I'm like, what? Who? What?
No, that's
And
such a Barkley.
then,
I'm not surprised.
yeah, yeah. So that's when it all started. And yeah, we had a long conversation. He told me the idea that he has, and I was like, "Do you really want to do this movie? Because it's it might be like creepy and weird, interesting idea, you know?" So I said, "Yeah, this is like I don't know. I always had the dream of making this movie, and I really want to do it." So I told him that in order to do this, you have to do it right. You have to have the right costumes, the right stuff, and everything. So he told me that I ordered this, I ordered that, but I told him it's not going to work with these things. So we returned everything basically. All his shopping was returned basically. It was good, but not as good. Um, and I got him an actual costume designer, and we did everything the right way.
Right.
And it was done pretty much right, you know.
Yeah.
The locations, we changed certain locations, we changed certain things. He's an amazing, amazing, amazing director. Amazing. Probably the best director of film in the Irish world for
Yeah.
sure. Because whatever the way he films, he knows exactly what he'll see by the time when he shoots. He knows exactly what cut where, or whatever. It's a whole different. It's a whole nother conversation. But yeah, but more visually, I have certain visual ideas that could be a little more whatever. Just
Yeah.
help his. It complements his creativity with my visual effect, so to speak. Again, he is also amazing with visually, but I guess everybody needs help, and certain
Right.
has to be a balance. That's
I
it.
gotcha. Okay. How do you feel through how did you feel? How do you feel that your life with all these different changes and discoveries that you had through your talent? So you have tons of talents. Every single day you do like you use them in different ways. How do you feel with all these talents? Crazy
I
ones.
thank Hashem for it every single day. That's number one. I'm very, very blessed and very grateful, and I do not take anything for granted. Really, I can't express it. Not even not even a percent
Right.
of the amount of gratitude I have for Hashem.
Wow.
It's everything. It's my brain is wired differently, so it's unique, and then I try to help people with it, and I try to make people happy with it,
Right.
and yeah,
Wow. What is your best filming memory?
best what?
Filming memory. Like I don't even know what it's called. Videography memory.
Yeah. No, best filming memory. I'm thinking. Oh, that's a good
You have
question.
one. Think about Barros films. Think
Yeah,
about anything.
trying to think because everything has like its own challenge. Like I like to see challenges being accomplished. That's what I like. So I'm trying to see which challenge was the most difficult that we got over with. But overall, I'll give you a day. The days that we filmed in the can't even say it, but I'm thinking the jail scenes were very very good. The jail scenes on two aspects.
You know what I was so upset about?
Visuals. What?
Made me read The Youngest Partisan for The Youngest Partisan that I think of doing. I hate reading. Right when I saw The Youngest Partisan laying in the prison, I was so mad. I was like, why did you have to do that?
Yeah.
But yeah.
But
Well,
on the youngest partisan, you'll see another book in the background.
what?
In the youngest partisan, you'll probably see another book in the background.
Haha. He will do that. What is your What is your best makeup artist memory that sticks out most? I don't even know how to call it. I said makeup artist memory. Doing
Yeah,
makeup.
I understood it, so I think everybody will.
Okay.
Um, the one face that was the most accomplishing for me was Interim Schwed. There
Mhm.
was a Arab over there, and he was like officially like blew up halfway. Um, so I made half of his face as if like he tried to like he went through like a war or something, a bomb, and like he went through already other things. Like he didn't start with his mission today. That's the idea.
Right.
So I was trying to figure out how can you do it. How can you do this idea of him? How can you show portray that he's a beast basically. He's a guy that does bad things and that's it. So I thought of this idea. Imagine that he went through already something that oops situation that he never recovered from. So I made his face like this part of his face was
I
actually like kind of burnt or something. And I had to design a whole face and everything, and we had to do whole masking, prosthetics and everything until we got it, till we made that prosthetic piece to put it on. So that was pretty accomplishing to see it on stage that, my vision is kind of there.
wow.
I have a lot of different visions coming from Mr. Shem. But yeah, we'll be able to talk about it once it's out.
Wow. What are your
Uh,
dreams? What's something you really, really, really want to accomplish?
what I want to accomplish.
It's a tough one.
That is a tough one. In what world? In what?
Anything in your life. What's something you really, really want to accomplish?
I want to build a happy family. You know what I mean? That's my utmost, my top goal. When I
I
have a
love it.
happy family. That's my goal. That's my goal. Bottom line.
Awesome.
Now, all the things that I do is just to make them happy.
Right.
Now, when you're talking about makeup, production line in general, I'm working on a few different things to expand the Jewish entertainment generally. Um, we're working very hard on it.
Wow.
Yeah, hopefully things are going to come in the next year or so. Things are evolving now. Like people are starting to put out apps, let's say, and entertainment stuff. Like they're coming out now.
Yeah.
Now we're starting to work together with a few people to bring more entertainment, and that's number one. And that's in that. Then our goal in photography is to create memories and make people's memories last forever. That's the dream, you know.
I love it. These questions are very out of order, by the way. So, like, you're
Mhm.
gonna hear how did you get into video? Yeah, bad vocabulary. How to photography after I said what's your dream. By the way, so like all the questions are all messed up.
Uh-huh.
How did you get into photography?
So I got into photography. I assisted actually photographers since 2007, roughly.
Whoa, now that's
Yeah,
long.
it's quite a. It was a day or two since then, yeah. And it was on and off. And then in 2011, 2010,
Sorry.
2010, okay, 2010, 2011, I started, I officially got a job in a studio. I did product photography for them and also some editing and whatever, all the stuff. Then I worked for another photographer as an assistant for quite a while, and that photographer pushed me to go into photography.
Wow.
Yeah.
How did you get into making videos? Because listen, you have tons of talents. They're all like, I guess they're all similar because you can use all of them in one. Sorry, in one thing. How did you get into creating videos? Because you said how you got into makeup. You said how you get into photography. Now I want to know how you got into creating videos.
Videos, Bach Fellows pulled me into it. I was never into, I don't think I was into it before. Can't even remember.
Does Burke know?
Oh, 1 second. Of course, I worked in Anthem Studios for a while. Yeah, I worked in Anthem Studios for a while, but that never. I at that point I didn't think that I'm myself gonna do video productions. I didn't think so. Actually, beforehand, yeah. Again, all my stuff are like very, yeah. In Yiddish, you say geknipt in your. It's like all winded up and
It's
it's
all
all,
one job.
yeah. So I spoke to. I remember I spoke to a few guys about video productions in 2009, 2010. I spoke to a few guys like very strongly about going into video productions
Mm-hmm.
and creating different content and stuff. That was then. But that came and went, whatever. So I pushed it behind in back of my mind, and I kind of like closed the file and I put it on standby.
Right.
Um, but I was always into these things, like all these, as you said, it's like a one creative box that has a lot of things in it, and I like to create things. It's like I look at it this like I look at it as I don't know how to say it, like small, like having small, let's say babies, because just for the conversation's sake. Like when you create a DVD, a movie, it's like you're creating your own thing. It's your own chiddush.
Right.
Whatever creative you do, it's your own thing. So it's like your own baby. It's like a that's the idea. That's what I like about it. When I
Right.
make a when I create a face, it's my creation. It's a personal thing. That's what I like about anything creative.
Right.
Why do people create songs? Because it's like something that it's a part of them.
Right.
It's a creative thing. That's the whole idea of creativity. Why is it called creativity? Because you create. It's creation. It's something new. It's a chiddush. So when you film something, or when you take a picture with a specific lighting, or and you know what to capture, or when you do makeup, when you make a play, a production, anything, it's your creativity.
Right.
So it's your creation. So that's what I like about it.
I love it. How did you create the Jewish platform? You
The
still need
Jewish,
to post stuff because nothing's getting posted anymore, by the way.
I know. Create the Jewish platform was and should have been and could have been the Jewish website. It's a pity, but we got busy with stuff. Yeah. But, the idea was there, the concept was there, the website was there, everything was there. Just we got busy. It's a pity. But
Okay.
we're not sleeping. It's not this, it's something else, right? But the Jewish platform was created March 17th of 2020, the day before the schools were shut, which was March 18th, 19th. Um, Baruch calls me up. I was actually in London, and Baruch calls me up. Moshe, they're shutting the schools. I'm like, what? They're shutting the schools. I'm telling you, I just heard from a principal. They're shutting the schools in a day or two. We have to make a. We always had this dream of making a website. I'm opening a website now. I'm now online. I'm buying the domain, and we're making a website. I said, okay, no problem. I'm in London, but I have my laptop here. I'm gonna work on a logo. So I worked on a logo. I worked on this and that. So until we made the logo, and then we started just blasting content. We went with cameras. The just people were home. Went to people's houses. Okay, record this. Record a missionary. Record this. Record prices. Chemish, something. And we just put together a website.
So you guys like sorry, my voice was. You guys created videos for the the platform because Baruch made stories. He got
Yeah.
Yaakov to say some
So the
stories.
idea is the idea was that instead of there are a lot of people that make websites that filter YouTube, let's say, filters,
Yeah.
but it's not enough. Why should I come to your website versus going to YouTube and just putting on a filter, making sure that I should only watch certain stuff.
Right.
So the idea was that the Jewish platform creates their own content too. And we had actually like a goal, but we didn't get to it yet. I
Wow.
don't know. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Well, we'll see. Time will tell. I'm not sure what's gonna be with the Jewish platform. As of now, it's the same file that's behind the and back of the mind because nothing's happening now. We'll see.
If you get Baruch to change the about on his baruchperlitz.com thing, it still says the school to desperate measures is still in the works. I'll be very happy. What is a life lesson you can teach us?
A life lesson I can teach you.
Yeah.
a life lesson. When you watch a movie, you see a nice story. When you come to a day of filming, you're gonna think we're off the balloons. Our life is a ready movie, but what you're seeing is behind the scenes. You see day to day, but it's all involvement to the real picture, to the real film of your life. When you're going to be 120, you're going to be able to look back and see a full movie of 120 years. Isn't that? Don't freak out when something looks a little weird or something's uncomfortable, because it's just a part of the filming of your life.
Right.
Hashem is the director, and he has a full script, and he knows exactly what has to get done in order for your life to be perfect. So take it day by day, enjoy the filming process, because when 120 years comes, you're gonna enjoy an amazing film.
I love it. Moshe, thank you so much for joining us today. Everybody, thank you. Everybody, thank you for joining this beautiful, wonderful, and amazing Elevate Yourself. And for more interviews, please press the number below and have an amazing day.